Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to day 7 of the online learning course presented by the Paradise Academy. I hope everyone is keeping well and in good spirits. We will start with the core subject. So far we've been through the Arabic alphabet, Zabr and Zair. I hope everyone is up to date. However, if you do still need a bit more practice on the previous lessons, you can always go through them again. In today's lesson, we will be learning about Dhamma. Dhamma is also known as Pesh, and in these lessons we will be referring to it as Pesh. Pesh is pronounced with a U, so a letter that has Pesh on it will be pronounced with an U sound. Also, if you notice, Pesh looks like a mini wow. Let's go through the Arabic alphabet, giving all the letters a Pesh, so you can learn how each one is pronounced. So repeat after me. Hamza pesh U, Ba pesh Bu, Ta pesh Tu, Tha pesh Thu, Jim pesh Ju, Ha pesh Hu, Kha pesh Khu, Dal pesh Du, Dhal pesh Dhu, Ra pesh Ru, Za pesh Zu, Sin pesh Su, Shin pesh Shu, Swad pesh Su, Dad pesh Du, Ta pesh Tu, Dha pesh Dhu, Ain pesh U, Ghain pesh Ghu, Fa pesh Fu, Qaf pesh Qu, Kaf pesh Ku, Lam pesh Lu, Mim pesh Mu, Noon pesh Nu, Waw pesh Wu, Ha pesh Hu, Hamza pesh U, Ya pesh Yu. Well done. Now that we've been through the alphabet, let's spell out some words. Remember, Zabr goes on the top of the letters, Zair goes under the letters, and Pesh goes on the top. So repeat after me. Ra pesh Ru, Ba pesh Bu, Rubu, Ain pesh U, Rubu'u, Rubu'u. Next word. Jim pesh Ju, Ain Zair I, Ju'i, Lam Zabal La, Ju'ila, Ju'ila. Next word. Waw pesh Wu, Jim Zair Ji, Wuji, Dal Zabar Da, Wujida, Wujida. Well done. Now I'll hand over to Qari Hanisab, who will do mashq of a small portion from the Quran.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. In today's lesson, we're going to learn Surah Al-Kafirun, which is Makkiyah. Let's start reading. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. سورة الكافرون مكية. سورة الكافرون مكية. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. The first word is قل. Qaf is back of your mouth. قل, full mouth letter. قل يا أيها الكافرون. Guys, here we're going to stretch the ya 3 seconds because it has mud, and then we're going to join Hamza with the ya because ya has tashdid. So ya ayyu hal. Ha we're going to join with the lam, and the next letter is kaf. We're going to stretch and read kaf empty letter in the front of your mouth. The next guy is fa z. Don't stretch z and ra stretch 1 second, and also read ra full mouth. Once again, قل يا أيها الكافرون. Go to second verse, lam stretch, and make sure guys there's no waw here. You know the other verses they start from with waw. There's no waw here. So we're going to say lam and stretch. La a'budu. Your turn. La a'budu. So first is Hamza, then Ain. So Hamza, Ain, Zaba, A. So say Ain properly, and Hamza bottom of throat. So first is A, then A. أعبد ما تعبدون. Stretch meme and ta join with the ain. Say ain properly, middle of throat. ما تعبدون. Dal stretch. The third ayah. And here, as I mentioned before, the second word start from without waw and start from lam, and the third verses and all some other verses they start with waw, so don't forget that. وَلَا أَنْتُمْ. Your turn. So here we go, we're doing ikhfa gunna. After nun sakin there is ta. Ta is one from 15 letter, which is ikhfa. So ikhfa is taking place here. And remember I've told in ikhfa gunna it's like read hidingly. Keep your tongue in middle of your mouth and don't let your tongue touching with the palate of your mouth. So keep your tongue in the middle of your mouth. Let's start. Let's practice. Antum. Once again. Antum عابدون. Ain stretch and dal stretch in this word. عابدون ما أعبد. Stretch meme and the Hamza joining with the Ain. And remember, in the second verse we said لا أعبد, and here we're saying ما أعبد. Don't get mixed up. Go to the ayah 4. ولا stretch, and the guys is next it says ana. The word written it says ana is alif there, but remember with this word we don't read alif, especially this word. So whenever you see this word anywhere in Quran, so make sure make alif silent or skip alif, don't read alif. And sometimes this word come with the waw. So if this with waw, then it's gonna be wa ana. Without waw is ana. So don't read alif. Once again, wala ana. عابد ما. So Ain, middle of throat, stretch. Ba zir B, Dal join with the Meme, do Gunna, and they all letters are empty. You know the upper first verse, which is only two letters are full mouth, Qaf and the Ra. The rest all verses all empty letter, so don't try to read full. عابد ما عبدتم. So here Ain, then Ba join with the Ta. Skip the Dal because Tashdeed after Jazm. So whenever Tashdeed comes after Jazm, we give more value to Tashdeed. Tashdeed has more value, or Tashdeed is stronger than a Jazm. So that's why we're going to join Ba with the Ta and strongly join. Abadtum. Let's read this verse again. Wala ana. Your turn. Abidum ma. Do gunna here. Abadtum. The guys, we're going to learn, we're going to read the fifth verse. As a, you know, in this surah is a lot of people they get mixed up. So remember, you know, the third verse, a third ayah and the fifth ayah, they both are exactly same. So the third and fifth verses are exactly same. وَلَا أَنْتُمْ عَابِدُونَ مَا أَعْبُدُ. Once again. وَلَا أَنْتُمْ عَابِدُونَ مَا أَعْبُدُ. Go to last verse. لَكُمْ دِينُكُمْ. Stretch the dal. لَكُمْ دِينُكُمْ وَلِيَ دِينِ. Say dal again. وَلِيَ دِينِ. Now let's read a full surah, verse by verse. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. سورة الكافرون مكية. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل يا أيها الكافرون لا أعبد ما تعبدون ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد ولا أنا عابد ما عبدتم. The fifth verse is the same as the third. ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد لكم دينكم ولي دين. صدق الله العلي العظيم. وصدق رسوله النبي الكريم ونحن على ذلك لمن الشاهدين والشاكرين والحمد لله رب العالمين. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Lesson number 2, Naseeha. Today we're going on to the next hadith. The beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam says, "Khayrun nasi anfa'uhum lin-nas." The best of people are those that bring most benefit to the rest of mankind. Now, in life we all want to be the best. And we always say, "Oh, I'm the best." But what makes us being the best? We should think about this. How can we be the best? So our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam told us that the best people are the one that benefit other people, that are help to others. So it might not be a massive deed, but it might be a deed that you've helped somebody, and because you help somebody, you become the best person. You become the best person in the eyes of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and you become the best person in that person's eyes that you've helped. For example, you might be going to Morrison's and you see an elderly person coming behind you and you've opened the door for them and they've really appreciated and they said thank you. Now, for them to have opened the heavy doors and keep it open sometimes might get difficult, but they've appreciated that you helping them. And then upon that they say thank you. Or you might be going on a bus journey and you're sat on a seat and then you've seen some elderly couple that have come onto the bus. Now you're thinking to yourself, do I get up or do I stay seated? Now, but you're thinking, now if I stay seated, now this elderly person, they're going to struggle standing whilst the bus is moving. So what you do is you get up and you say to them, come and take my seat, and you stand the rest of the journey. Now, by doing that, you benefit to the next person because they now comfortably can sit, and you can, as a young person, can comfortably stand up for the rest of the journey. But now just doing that small action, you become the best person. So the many actions that we can do that might seem small, but they're huge in the eyes of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and the people that you help and benefit, they really appreciate it. So as a Muslim, we should always be thinking, how can we help others? How can we be a benefit to others? How can somebody, get benefit from myself? So we should always be thinking for good for others. And that's how we should live our life as a Muslim. 24 hours a day. If we're in the house, we should be the family around us. We should think, how can we benefit them? How can we help around in the house? When we're at our workplace, we should think about the people around us and how can we benefit them? How can we make our business successful or the workplace successful? If we're at school, to get on with your fellow students, to get on with others. So how can we have a successful class? How can I benefit my teacher? I can do my homework, I can pay attention, I can follow their instructions. These are all benefiting. So when you do that, the next person appreciates them. The teacher will reward you as a best student because they realize that how much you helped in the class, how much of benefit you were. You followed the instruction, you obeyed the people in charge. So a Muslim is that person. The best people are those that bring most benefit to the rest of mankind. So our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when he came and he won the people's hearts because he was always helpful to others. And an example comes to my head. One day the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he was in the marketplace and there was a woman with a heavy load of shopping. So the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, I will assist you and help you. So the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam was walking along with this woman and he was carrying her load. And on the way, the woman, she started saying bad things. She said, oh, do you know this young man in our town? He's called Muhammad. Stay away from him. He's preaching to people Allah is one. And he's not a good person. He's dividing the people. Now this woman, she doesn't realize the person that's carrying her load is Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, is the Prophet of Allah. But she is walking the whole journey home and complaining to Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam about Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. She's saying, stay away from him. He's dividing everybody. He's claiming that God is one, and he's like this and he's like that. And the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam stayed quiet, didn't say a word. He let his actions, he let his actions do the talking. So what he did was he carried his load home. So when they got home, the woman said to the Prophet ﷺ, oh, by the way, I forgot to ask you, what is your name? I really appreciated that you carried my load home. I'm really grateful for that. But I forgot to ask you, what is your name? So our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he replied, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, my name is Muhammad. And she was shocked. You're Muhammad? You're the one that people talk ill about and people complain about? No, you're the best of people. You help people. You benefit people. You're not a bad person. And upon that, she brought faith. So remember, as a Muslim, we should always be helping others and benefiting others. And this final hadith, the Prophet ﷺ, he says, whoever helps his brother in his time of need, Allah will be there in his time of need. Remember, whenever we help somebody that is in a desperate situation or in need, then tomorrow when we are stuck in something and we're in difficulty, Allah will help us as well. Not only in this world, in the hereafter. If we benefit people in this world, on the day of Qiyamah, when lots of people will be suffering, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will help those people that helped others. So we should always think about helping others. And when we help others, Allah will always help us. So I'll leave a question for you all. And I want you as family to think about these things and see if you can name things that you can benefit others. So how can you benefit others? It might be your parents, it might be your children, it might be your teachers, it might be your stars, it might be your elderly in your community, it might be your neighbor or any person. So how can you benefit other people? So I want you to have a discussion at home and think about how you can benefit others. Upon this, we finish our lesson today.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Inshallah, today we will be learning the dua before we fast. So inshallah, when we intend to fast, we say this dua, and then inshallah Allah Ta'ala will accept our fast. بصوم غد نويت من شهر رمضان بصوم غد نويت من شهر رمضان بصوم غد نويت من شهر رمضان. Okay, now we can say it together. بصوم غد نويت من شهر رمضان بصوم غد نويت من شهر رمضان بصوم غد نويت من شهر رمضان.